Hello world! Today on the Tesla Skate Parks channel, why have I been in the dark for over a year and a half? As few people have been wondering, where did I go? What happened? Did I quit building? At what point does a cucumber actually become a pickle? And will I be making a comeback and sticking around for longer than a hot minute? I hope to answer all of those questions today and give some insight as to what I have planned for the future, so let's dive in. First off, one has argued that the cucumber becomes a pickle upon instant contact with the brine. However, one can also argue the pickling process hasn't even begun to take hold. Therefore, it is still a cucumber till that process is complete. A recent study done by the... Oh, what?
No, not this channel.
Not this channel. Gotcha, okay. I technically didn't go anywhere. I still have been here laid up and building. I played some other games I felt I had a chance to or wanted to replay. I reopened the can of worms that is Battlefield. Oh yeah. Played some Bad Company 2 as well as Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 and met a lot of cool people. Also spent countless hours on YouTube, lots of history docs, news, hockey, skateboarding. Not so much those to make me cry for not being able to, I will admit, so I haven't been up to speed with all the SLS and all that stuff, so don't go asking me about those parks and whatnot and who's done what and gap this and grand that. I won't know. I've been purposely avoiding it just to not be in torture. Yeah. Rekindled my passion for flight with Tucker Gott and his powered paraglider, something that looks like way too much fun not to tell you about.
Mr. Strawberry.
Well, there's this RC related channel called Flite Test, which inspired me to design an airframe and get ideas out of my head for World War II warbirds. Yeah, surprisingly enough, though, they started making a similar airframe, so I might hold off on that and put a little bit more time into skate park design. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I also discovered a few gaming channels I really enjoy and checking out almost daily. I know some of you might not dig them like I do, but I gotta shout them out though for keeping me sane while I waited for the sun, moon, and stars to align to get things back on track. So big shout out to Neeb's Gaming.
No, he's probably
Okay, and Arctic. Oh, I saw that one. 7 days. That's a good one. Scrap, come on, guys. You're out of ideas. Move on. Ah, where's Subnautica? Wait, what's this? Hold on. That looks like...
Oh, hey, Neeb.
Hey, that's true.
Yo, what's up, baby?
You're on TV.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's right. Who's
Other
that?
channel is LGR, or Lazy Game Reviews. It talks about older tech, more or less basically from my childhood and beyond, that being the 90s. From computers and mods and even some newer tech. Recently he built a Nintendo out of Lego to hold a Raspberry Pi unit. It's pretty nifty. Anyway, down to the meat and potatoes of today's video. What happened though, way back when, in 2017, my computer died. The same week, my caseworker for my disability claim withheld my funds, which lasted over a week. I was late on rent and got behind on life. Fixing my computer became firmly placed at the bottom of my priorities list. I thought about trying to limp along with my phone and put out YouTubes with that, but it being a Motorola Razr from 2012, to say it was laggy was an understatement. Week by week, it was falling apart in my hands. Power button stopped working, so I had to plug it in to see the unlock screen. Slowly got full of photos and videos of stuff I felt I couldn't get rid of. The screen was cracked all the way up from 2014 and it just kept getting worse. Battery started to expand this last summer, causing the phone to split open slowly, as you can see here. A potential fire hazard with every charge. I did, however, manage to limp out some Instagrams over this time, and have been surprised to see some of my ideas get replicated in one way or another, even from a phone screen. That's pretty good. Good job, guys. For 7 months or so, my Skate 3 disc didn't even want to load, and if it did, it was a 3-hour battle to get it barely working till it just stopped, and I was just wasting my time. It officially stopped working the day after I uploaded builds to the server. It then took about 2 months to track down another copy, and I haven't been able to even think about it until now. And by the looks of it, the servers have been down again, so... And as far as my battle with the government, I really don't want to detail what seemed like a never-ending saga. It seemed like a long and hard road, and it's in the past. I'm improved. Meds are easier to cover. Treated a little less harshly by the government, which is nice. On the medical front, I recently had an MRI, and I'm waiting to hear the results for a possibility of surgeries. That's good. Enough of that, it's already too much detail in that direction. So that brings me to the state of the channel. I wanted to be a place to document some of the different creations I've come up with, mostly while on hiatus. I wanted to have the same vibe as before, if that's possible, while being a bit better at the same time. Which brings me to a piece of news regarding my build style. Over the years, I've had quite a number of ideas, a lot of which I could never take full advantage of due to the 3-piece limitations of building without merge. Well, I had enough. I gave in. I now merge. I felt guilty at first, but man, I don't regret it, and I'll explain why. I'm pretty sure the name merge glitch is what scared me away. The glitch part in particular. I hate cheating, and I may have mentioned this before in a video. Meanwhile, it's just avoiding the patch EA made to keep people from expressing themselves to the fullest. Anyway, with this I've been able to fully get the pools, bowls, transitions, and hips out of my head into the digital world, as well as little bits of detail and obstacles and concepts I really couldn't articulate before. The perfect parking barrier, cargo truck, getting doors that open in an online setting with friends, or a working elevator in single player. It's a little complex for it to work online correctly, but it's still something I'm proud of and hope to share. Plus lots of different real-world environments and some reimaginings of some sections from Pixelburg. Let's call it Pixelburg HD. For the past year and a half, I got a lot built, and a lot that had to be deleted. Sadly, a lot of sections from Pixelburg had to go. I really did enjoy the concept, and I might try to tackle something like that again in the future, but with what I was able to create since last uploading here oh so long ago, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I did keep the 7-Eleven though, as that was one of the hardest things I ever did without merge. It's right up there next to this place I've been ripping at in this video. And while all this was going on, the EA servers did come back online, which was a pleasant surprise in itself. And as I'd mentioned, I immediately went and uploaded some of the stuff I had worked on while I was unable to make videos like the barracks or Brandon Beeble's place or some of my other creations. I also left up what I consider a few gems from the before times. Maybe one day we'll get to see those menus again, and it'll be the before times again. So if that was the meat and potatoes, let's get on to the pie and ice cream. It brings me the future of this channel. I'm not sure what the release schedule is going to look like for videos. I know a lot tighter than a year and a half. I'd like to do the tour videos maybe once a week, and hoping to maybe upload into the PSN Skate 3 community, but I think that's going to have to be set on hold for just a bit. Build tips will probably become a thing down the line, as well as overall tips and tricks to help you get a more realistic experience out of an 8-year-old game, soon to be 9. It all depends if anyone wants to hear my 2 cents on those certain matters. I also can still remember all the tricks I figured out for the merge free stuff, and it does come in handy in building at Zen if you want to quote-unquote classic build tips. Be more than happy to share those when I can. It's a very interesting skill base, so just let me know if you're interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, so here we are. I've gone off for almost 9 minutes. Nothing left for me to do but Canadian up this video a little bit by saying sorry. And it felt a bit bad for kind of disappearing without an explanation. I know some of you have reached out via Instagram or on the PSN itself, and for that I thank you. It means a lot, and it helped remind me I was doing something that people enjoyed, and made me feel good. I did try to post shitty clips to Instagram, and try and let you know I wasn't dead, and without getting into too much detail. I hope that helped somewhat. When YouTube started letting creators leave notes and such, I thought about dropping one, but didn't know how well it would be received from where I was in life, so I thought it'd be best to leave it till I was in more of a positive place. I also hope to stick around a bit longer. I got lots of builds to share, so come along for the journey, won't you? Hack your bags, it's park building time. No? Shit, we'll figure out a good sign-off. Anyway, with all that, Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.